That's
Yeah. But the transfer portal, see, and that's why you got to love the transfer portal, but also fear it, right? Because hey, Michigan, we're going to be impacted by a transfer portal. I think
you
in a
think so?
positive way, and negative way. I think we're going to get some players right from this successful season, but we also may lose. We're going to talk about this all season too. A quarterback. I know guys don't want to hear it, but I don't see JJ and Cade
Coexisting
being on the sideline this fall. I don't
next
see it.
fall.
Next fall, excuse me. Thank you. Next fall. And that's going to be huge, right? Because let's say we're all, as of now, have the assumption, even with the success Michigan has had, that JJ is JJ's job next year, right? So that's the case. Cade, there's no way Cade stays. Why would he? And he probably shouldn't. In terms of what he has proven and what's best for his career. Because let's be honest, I mean, most of these kids' goal is to get to the NFL, right? If it's
Mhm.
not the start, it's at least become a backup and make you some money, right? I think the best job in the NFL is being a backup. So,
But Michigan has a Michigan September schedule. You don't leave the state.
mhm.
You play every game at home, and here's your first 4 games: Colorado State, Hawaii, UConn, and Maryland. So JJ's going to have plenty of time to get acclimated as being the starter, and then he has the scary task of going to Iowa. Oh my gosh, I wonder if he's going to be able to sleep that night before. But
Well, look, man, hey,
uh,
go ahead and downplay playing at
oh my
Iowa.
gosh, I
Probably a
hope
night
it's not a
game.
night game. Uh,
No, but look, here's the thing, one Scoop John said, you can keep both. I know, I just don't think you can. It's just like you guys got to consider the landscape of today's college football. I mean, just it's rare, and if you think about it this way, right? I think we're all assuming JJ's the guy, right? If he's not starting,
then
he
he's
would
probably going to go.
totally. He probably is going to go because,
Right.
it won't be personal because you got to understand, for these guys now. It's also business, right? You can love you could be attracted to a university all you want to, and it maybe really want to stay, but like it's a business, and you're trying to get your name out there. You're trying to get your tape out there because you're trying to get to the next level, and now with the transfer portal, you no longer have to sit out anymore, guys. It's like think about it. Say if you're Cade, right? You know, let's say worst case scenario, Michigan loses to Georgia. He's had a good season. He's won a conference championship. He's played in numerous big games, right? Started
Hmm.
all year. You know how many teams will line up and say, son, you can start for me right now?
Hmm.
And,
Plenty,
and, and, and not
plenty.
max school. We're talking about good programs, well
Hmm.
established programs that need a quarterback. You
I
know,
know Matt Campbell would love to have him at Iowa State. They're losing
absolutely.
Brock Purdy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there'll be plenty of teams lining up to. If Cade hits a transfer portal, his phone is going to be blowing up,
Absolutely.
blowing up,
He'll have
as
it.
it
He'll
should.
have his pick. As he should. He deserves that. He just doesn't
Right.
have the only reason why we're even discussing this because he clearly doesn't have the what am I looking for? The ceiling
I don't think it's anything that he's
JJ.
missing. It's just the type of play. It's just JJ's ceiling, right?
Yeah,
It's not.
it's
It's
JJ
not as if
ceiling.
Cade is is less than, right.
He's
It
done
just in a
nothing
vacuum.
wrong.
Just
He's done
just
nothing
him as
wrong.
a quarterback.
Right.
He's a really good quarterback. It's just
Absolutely.
the scope of college football today is if you've got a special guy, especially a quarterback, and he's a young guy, you're only going to get so much time before he's going to let you keep him on the bench until he leaves school.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like it's not as if Cade's doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
He's led the team to the freaking Big Ten title game, won that, beat Ohio State, 12-1 record, and going to their number 2 team in the nation. Like, and yes, JJ's had a part in that, but Cade has been your, 90 to 95% of the meaningful snaps. He's taken them. So yeah, it's not that he's done anything wrong. It's just sometimes you have to make that change. Like I look at, Alabama with Jalen Hurts and Tua. Like you're only going to get so much time. You're only going to
Hmm.
get so much time. And JJ's from everything we know, his ceiling is really high.
Hmm.
So that's really what it is. It's not
I'm
it's
sure
not
Jalen
like
didn't want to
Cade is doing
leave.
anything bad or he's
Right.
it's just no. Like I would say Cade's excelled in this offense. Like he's done a
Absolutely.
terrific job.
Absolutely.
So and I would argue too, he may not be a first round pick today, but Cade's an NFL quarterback. I feel that way. I
A
may be on
backup.
my own,
You
but
want your backup. You want he's to me a prototypical backup NFL quarterback. Your prototypical backup NFL dude. David Blau is on an NFL roster. Okay. Sadly, the Detroit Lions. Okay. You guys remember David Blau played at Purdue? I
Purdue.
do.
Mhm,
Nothing. Kate's way better than him. Okay.
mhm,
Cade McNamara can definitely play on the next level.
mhm,
Right. And he's a perfect type of guy you want because, especially as a backup, because he's smart. He knows his limitations, and he's going to be very smart with the ball. And for the most part, he's actually pretty accurate. He just
mhm.
has certain limitations in terms of being dynamic. That's the only thing he's missing. Something extremely dynamic about his game. But other than that, he actually
And he
reminds me a lot of Chad
understands
Henne.
how important completing passes is.
Yes,
Even a
and
check down.
protecting the football.
That
He
is
actually reminds
very
me a lot
important.
of Chad Henne. He has a lot of Chad Henne in him. Because and Chad Henne to this day he is
I think
still
he's still on a roster.
is still on NFL rosters. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Heck, he won a play. He won a play. Was it when didn't Pat Mahomes get hurt? Was it last year?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Chad Henne had to step in. You know,
Hmm.
like yeah, he has a lot of that in him. He's just a smart game manager quarterback. And so my point is that if you're one of these head coaches, that have these big time jobs, you need a quarterback. I mean, is it crazy to say that Lincoln needs a quarterback USC? No, you at least consider it.
He ain't going to USC, bro.
Probably not. Okay,
Lincoln's about to get a 5-star kid.
probably
Like,
you're probably right. Yeah, you're
yeah,
probably right.
not USC.
Florida, Miami. Miami needs a quarterback. Garrett King isn't. The Garrett King isn't
No, they got
returning.
Travis Van Dyke or something like that. Yeah, they've got a kid that Mario Cristobal said is the best quarterback in the nation. So
Yeah, I
they've
saw that
got
comment.
that.
Yeah,
They've
I'm
got
just
that.
throwing. I'm just. A point is that he would have his pick of the litter of. He won't be taking a step down like that. He would just not in the Big Ten. God Almighty, please! I don't want to see. Can you imagine Graham Mertz hits a transfer portal or something like that, or Nebraska? Now they need a quarterback. Can you imagine Cade goes to Nebraska? Oh God,
Oh no, no, that'd be interesting, but no,
where
I
does
don't see that
Adrian
happening.
Martinez go, guys?
I don't think it mattered. Like people like talk about stuff like that. Like for a guy who does not understand how to protect the football, I have no need for you at quarterback. I have no need for you. If I'm Adrian Martinez, I'm it. This is just me, and this is my 35-year-old brain, not whatever he is, 20 years old. I'm going to the Mac or a G5, and I'm going to tear it up. That would be what I would recommend to him. Either like I think UCF has a quarterback, a returning quarterback, but a program like that, UCF, you're playing some high level football. You'll throw the ball a lot and kick butt, or I don't know, North Dakota State, South Dakota State. I don't know how many of those
My
teams throw
goodness.
the ball, but
He probably needs. I mean, let's be honest. If the only reason he's doing this, he probably has aspirations for NFL. Kid, your aspirations to being a quarterback in NFL, those days are done. Okay, you're not going to be a quarterback. However, he'll be. Maybe he can consider a position change to receiver because he's athletic. Other than that, his
he ain't
quarterbacking
that
days.
athletic. If I were him, I would tell him go to the University of Toledo. You're going to throw the ball a ton, and they need to see film of you not throwing it to the other team. That's what they need to see.
And
That's
not
what.
fumbling and not doing your,
Yes,
your your typical fumbles. D Brown says Martinez goes to Oregon or Army. Well, him in a triple option
Army's a
is pretty.
bit embarrassing, but
It's very
Oregon,
embarrassing.
I don't know. Oregon could be one, but I think they've got the Tyler Thompson kid coming in. Trying to think. Yeah, maybe I mean, maybe Big 12 would be in it, or ACC.
Mm,
Can you go to Florida State? I don't know. I'm
don't
really
they
not
got
all that
what happened?
concerned with
The guy who got hurt and he
Mackenzie
played.
Milton.
Yeah, don't they got him?
He was on the bench. I don't know what's going on there, but I
Uh,
just to me that it Adrian Martinez doesn't move the needle for me at all. I mean, if I'm a
he's a
Power
talented
Five coach
kid, man.
with
He just
with
never could put.
hopes
He's
of
talented. He just never could put it all together, and it's unfortunate. And it's just not going to change. Like he's had so
right,
much. It's not like his lack of experience. He's had like over 30 starts. I
been there
think like he's
forever.
played a lot.
Yeah, no,
So it's not like
he's a
he just has to figure it out. No, he is who he is.
and that's why I look at the amount of kids that get into the transfer portal, it's just silly. Like, it is silly. They said like something like 70% of these kids don't land anywhere. So you go tell your coach, I'm going in the transfer portal. Cool. Every 10 kids that do that, 7 of them don't go anywhere. And you've basically given up your scholarship. So unless you have a, conversation with your coach that, no, I want to stay. Outside of that, for those kids that pack up and leave school, you're playing nowhere. Like, that is just crazy that kids do that. But seeing,
It's just certain
Twitter and
positions.
just the madness that's just consistently again and again and again, transfer portal. I just don't get it. Antoine's got a good question though. I saw this earlier. He said, "What do you think about Edwards in the Wildcat with Haskins and Blake in the backfield?" I think that would be that'd be nice. That'd be a heck of a wrinkle, man.
From that throw that he did like that, I don't think that was a fluke. I mean, that kid has a cannon, man.
No. Well, you don't fluke throw the ball 70 yards or how,
That
you
he
know what I
has a
mean? Like,
cannon, man. And
yeah.
like best believe, like that will be added, that will be used again. That package will be used again versus Georgia. Because it's just that is so scary. Because it's like, whoa, we can't just like play up on this. Like we can get burnt. Not just from like because most of the time that play works, right? That play works. It might get you. You may catch someone slip and get you a 25, 35, 30-yard play, right? You don't really see those plays working for 70-yard bombs, and which literally the throw was majority of the play. You know what I'm saying? It's not
that
like
was probably the best throw of the night for
oh,
anybody.
absolutely by a wide margin. By a wide margin. Antoine, I think that's a great suggestion. I mean, I think that is that can be extremely scary. Extremely scary.
And he may have mentioned it earlier too, but having, you could even do something like have him in the pistol, have Hassan Haskins behind him, and Blake Corum coming on a jet sweep. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like just scary
but
stuff.
no, you don't even have
know
to do
what I mean?
that. How you can have them all on there. Sanders still has been extremely dangerous with that. With those. No, not Sanders still. I'm sorry. AJ Henning has been extremely dangerous on those reverse
sweeps.
plays, man.
Yeah,
like
it could be scary, man. And I hope that
next
Josh
year, man. I'm already looking forward to next year. I feel like Gaddis is finally.
You got a chance to win a national championship. Let me talk about so excited
this
for
year
next year.
And next year, because I feel like Gaddis in his office is really finally starting to like roll and click. Yeah. So can you imagine like if they can continue to expand this thing? Because look, we're losing Haskins. That's a big loss, but we got Corum. Still got Edwards. Still gonna have Henning. This is exciting, dude. But no, Antoine, back to your point. I think that's a great suggestion. I don't know if he
4
played.
weeks, so let's put it in.
I don't think he played quarterback. He might have thrown a couple of times for West Bloomfield, but I don't think I know he was a running back for sure. That was his main position at West Bloomfield. Yeah. But no, I mean, look, obviously.
Antoine said, "Sweet."
We can try. We can try, but I feel like they'll be silly not to have that package in, or definitely use the package they used versus Iowa, because that is absolutely terrifying. Best believe Georgia has that circled, because you just can't fake that. That wasn't like fluky, pass wobbling. Well, I can't believe he actually finished the play. That was like crisp. I'm saying, like Desmond said, like that was like the best throw of the night, and he did it under duress. Like he did it while taking a hit.
He took a shot. Yeah,
you
could argue that could have been targeting too.
Yes. I mean, most quarterbacks.
That shot was pretty high up, but
yeah.
It'll be interesting, man. But I'm excited to see what Michigan does. I